So our idea was to make actually a questionnaire for that. And we had really the chance of my Q test, so the quantitative test for psilocybin. And until now, the common hypothesis is just set and setting. It's how much you take and in which environment you take this. And if we can measure the psilocybin amount in front, we can eliminate this as a factor and can see if there's a difference in the if people like say all take 20 milligrams psilocybin, but different strains or different species. Is there a difference in the felt effects? And so I sit down and looked into different questionnaires which are already available, which are used in academics, like the mystical experience questionnaire or the altered states questionnaire. All of them had in common that they used really hard to understand phrases or maybe also misleading phrases. So our idea was really to develop an easy self-questionnaire for everyone. And we made like a preliminary round of questions, how people actually felt different effects in these mushrooms, and correlated this with a lot of literature which is outside, and try to make a really easy overview of the questionnaire.
Well, I was just sharing in my mind that maybe there's a world where we can pinpoint the different constituents that would initiate a more somatic or bodily based process, or maybe that because I talk a lot about this non-specific amplifier effect, but to me it's like a guessing game on what things come up to the surface for folks. But what if there was a strain that actually is more identifiable for you to, let's say, go back and process childhood trauma? Or what if there was a strain that could elicit a more like mystical or spiritual experience? And so you got my wheels turning on, thinking about, there's kind of this like merging of this scientific research that you're doing.
That's like my current hypothesis, that there are different effects between species or strains and in these categories. And like you said, this could have huge effects on how you can use these strains in which kind of setting, or with different diagnoses. Like you said, it will be much more helpful for someone with maybe PTSD to get a better access to their memories. So actually this questionnaire could be really the first scientific point where we can say there is a difference. We see on a statistical point there's a difference between strains, and now we can research these strains which we found out are different from others on a chemical base. So this will help me in the lab to pick the right strains. And so if I have two strains which act different from each other, I can just compare what they are producing in the lab and see if there are difference in the chemical composition, like you said, like different terpenes, beta-carbonines, or the precursors. So this could be really the base of a future scientific field. And what I wanted to have is like to really also bring people into this. So that's like a community research, and I want to take all these community really serious, not like in the cannabis field where, like you said, like anecdotal stories told this 20 years before. And so like everyone can really contribute to this psychedelic research now with just sharing their altered experiences together with the psilocybin amount which were present in these mushrooms. And you can do this with, like I said, our quantitative test kits, easy at home. And now, yes, we have an ethical approval. And this is nice for also all the people which contribute. They can be assured this is anonymous data. Nothing can come back to you. But also, we're going to publish this openly at the end. So that's the goal, to make this available to science, but also to people, and not put a patent or something like that on it.
So for folks who, were curious about, what that is, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a link in the description for folks who are interested in participating in this questionnaire, and we'll be reaching out to our community. I think that very rarely do folks have an opportunity to contribute to scientific research and discovery, and not only scientific research and discovery that wins awards or peer-reviewed publications and things, but actually information that is helpful to the everyday citizen who is exploring psychedelics. So I think it's absolutely fascinating. And then also, just another plug, I honestly think everybody should be using Q-tests in any type of way that you're wanting to engage with psychedelics. There's just another like piece of information that was not available to us until your work. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I really like to talk about this stuff. And maybe the end, just please check our website. So we made an area just for the community research. You will find a lot of the publications I just talked about. You will find also links to our study where you can participate. But also this will be a page where also other scientists in the psychedelic field can post their studies if they are searching for participants. So we're already having a lot of requests from other scientists which are lacking participants. And so this is really a good way for the community to boost psychedelic science. And all these researchers have the problem that they are not connected to the community. Yeah, it's always hard to find participants which tell their experience about illegal drugs. So people have a typical, they not want to tell these stories. So what we want to start here is really like a site where researchers from this field looking for participants and our community which answered these questions, but also they can.
That's amazing, connecting research to the community and opening up more pathways for more study and more research across a variety of different topics. And what's your website? Where can people find you?
So our website is miraculix-lab.com.
So miraculix-lab, that's MIRACULIX-lab.com. Got it. So miraculix-lab.com. Cool.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
And also on Instagram, please check our Instagram page. So I'm trying to make like more a communication of scientific papers to our community. So I try to always break them down to some easy sentences, make a lot of nice pictures. So if you are interested in all these psychedelic papers I just talked about, please visit our Instagram channel. We are making a lot of nice posts about this, but also posts about harm reduction and how to test different substances. So we try to really make an informative and educational channel. And it's also Miraculix Lab. You can find us on Instagram.